What's up, guys? JD at JD's Custom Buggies. So, of course, I wrap up the video yesterday and posted on, the last video on the ATC, and our thumb throttle came in. So we have a thumb throttle and a cable. Now, full disclosure, I ordered this off of Amazon. I was just looking for something. I didn't want to, OEM parts are expensive. I probably could have bought a used TRX 90 throttle. I went on Amazon, did a search on TRX 90 throttles. This is what came in that fits. It was kind of pretty and blue. I was like, all right, cool. We'll try this. Now I'm looking at it. It's big. I mean, we'll see how it fits on there. We're fixing to find out if this whole thing fits. So obviously the cable's different. It came with a cable. I'm gonna go ahead and change the cable out too. I'm hoping that this all works with the carb. Sometimes some throttle cables have more pull, especially on the smaller four-wheelers and stuff like that. Like the small Chinese four-wheelers, the carbs and the cables are kind of specific to each other. So, I mean, by changing one and not the other, maybe not putting the right cable on, it's not adjustable enough to give you enough throw to lift the slide all the way up. So I'm hoping I don't run into that kind of problem with this. So we're fixing to find out. First thing I'm gonna do is we'll take off the whole fender seat deal. There we go. And that gives me a little better access. In fact, I might have to get the tank off too. I know when we put the carb on, we end up removing the tank, and that's pretty much how we're gonna have to go with this. So, let me get my tools. All right, so. Knock off the bolts. Right here for now. I'm just making a decision right now whether I need to get a fuel line clamp. If I could just pick this up and there's enough fuel line that I can work around it. Just gonna let it hang upside down. That was bad. I was scared these were going to strip out. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I keep all my old parts, so as we're speaking, there's a box of KFX takeoff parts. There's a box of YFZ takeoff parts. And there's a box of ATC 200 takeoff parts. And now there's going to be a box of ATC 110 takeoff parts. Trying to keep all the stuff organized, so if I ever need anything OEM, or I could just go to a box and open it up. Alright, so this took me a minute. So what I found out about this thing is there's no way to loop this cable into here, at least to try and get it straight. There's a slot in the barrel. So what happens is you can't get it just by weaving the cable in, because once you put the barrel in there, the cable doesn't fall in the slot that's provided. So what I ended up doing was taking, let's tighten this up, make sure I got it right. So what I ended up doing was taking this off, the bolt that holds the lever, and it come apart like a jack in the box, and I wasn't really familiar with it. So I had to figure out how the spring goes in, which way the bushings go in, and it was a whole thing. I brought it back here to put on the bike, and then realized I had, while I was fiddling with all this, basically this is squared off, this lever where it comes up, and the lever, or the thumb lever, and then the cable lever's squared off too, so it kind of fits inside each other. And I had it clocked wrong, so I had to, the thumb throttle was backwards. So I had to take it back apart. And the hardest part about that whole thing is getting this spring, even if you get these to line up and you start compressing it, this spring isn't really, it kind of gets in between the arm and where it needs to get tightened down to, and then causes a bind and everything. So you got to take it back apart and try again until you get the spring to sit around the bushing like it should. So we're going to go ahead and try again with this. And it seems, yes, this cable is a little longer, but we won't, I don't know if it'll affect us until we get the adjustments going on. This cable is a little long. You can see how I looped it through here. You gotta see, that's gonna be in the way when I try to clamp my fender, so I need to come up with something here. Let's see how the tank fits first. If I don't feel it's a big problem to get the fender back on, it might work like that. This cable is a little long, so all the adjustment on the cable, just so I didn't have so much play at nothing, I had to take it all out. So. These are the problems you come into when you try to, expand, mix and match stuff. It's clamped on. All right. Give this a start and see. Happy with that because the cable is not hanging up at all. So, and that's my main concern. Let's put some fresh grips on here. Okay. See how well our fender snaps back in, and it did get a little harder to do with the seat cover. Oh, good. She snapped in easier than I thought. All right. Perfect. Let's get some grips. All right, so I'm making an audible real quick. First off, I need to find a marker. What I'm going to do is I don't want to alter the stock handlebar. Like I said, it's got that little tip for the throttle. So what I'm going to do is make a mark where that little tit is. And then I'll take the bottom of this bracket off. I'm going to notch it. And the reason why I'm going to do that, it's going to be ugly underneath, but you never see it. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to put full-size grips on here. And there's not enough room on the bar because this won't slide over. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you. All right, so right there where that little mark is, little Sharpie mark, I'm going to notch it so I can slide this over further. See how that works. Okay, seems to work fine. Slides right in there. So that's what I did right there. So we'll get it together here. Kind of nice. Like I said, I like them. I use them on everything. Side. This one I can't tighten up so much, just because, like I said, it's overhanging the bar a little bit. So what we're going to do is set this bar end home. Boom. Nothing spins, everything's tight, hold it. Everything is together. This one the same treatment. Boom. All right, I'm happy with that. I mean, it's a good solution to the problem. So, that's it. I'm done working on this thing today. Just to give it one more start. Okay. New hardware on the handlebars. The throttle seems a little stiff. Probably lube the cable, but it's probably that lube I have in the cable. I'd rather have it be a little stiff than be stuck, and that's what the issue that I was having before. So yeah, I didn't have to go this route, you know, but I will try and make things work if they're here. That's me. If not, I would have tossed this thing in the garbage and ordered another one, but no, we're good. I mean, she's full throttle all the way to close. No sticky. Happy with it. All right, so that's it for today with this. Better look at the hardware though. Kind of nice. Feels like it's gonna feel a lot better. Now at this point, the only thing left, the bike is pretty solid. You can see she fires right up and whatnot. So at this point, what's left is to decide whether I want to make the $400 investment on Meyer Plastics or not. So, and I mean, I probably eventually will. I just want to know if, I just don't know if I'm going to do it now or take it to Tennessee, let it ride a bit, and do it up there after I get the shop built up there. We'll figure that out. So that's it. It's hot. I want to get out of the shop. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Hit the like button. Thanks for tuning in as always. And if you haven't already, subscribe. For parts, go to gotbuggies.com. That's it for now. JD's out.